Hello gamers, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the captivating world of neuroscience and video games, where science meets storytelling in unexpected ways. As gaming neuroscientists, we're passionate about exploring the intricate workings of the human brain through the lens of some of the most compelling games ever created. Join us as we unravel the neurological depths of The Last of Us Part 1, shedding light on the complex interplay between neuroscience and storytelling. So let's embark on this fascinating journey together. The Last of Us Part 1 stands as a pinnacle achievement in the realm of interactive storytelling, seamlessly blending narrative depth with immersive gameplay to create an unforgettable experience. Beneath its surface narrative of survival in a post-apocalyptic world lies a rich tapestry of neurological themes, offering players a glimpse into the inner workings of the human brain. In this comprehensive video, we embark on a journey into the neurological depths of The Last of Us Part 1, dissecting its portrayal of fear, decision-making, emotional bonding, trauma, and resilience. From the amygdala's pivotal role in fear processing to the intricate neurochemical mechanisms underlying emotional bonding, we explore how the game intricately weaves together neuroscience and storytelling to create a deeply immersive experience. Moreover, we delve into the cognitive challenges faced by characters like Joel and Ellie, examining the neural processes involved in decision-making and problem-solving in a world plagued by danger and uncertainty. Additionally, we uncover the neurological effects of trauma and the resilience of the human spirit, shedding light on the profound implications of chronic stress and adversity on mental health. Through a detailed neuroscientific analysis, this video aims to unravel the complex interplay between neuroscience and storytelling in The Last of Us Part 1, offering insights into the intricate workings of the human brain and the universal themes of survival, resilience, and human connection. The Last of Us Part 1 stands as a testament to the power of storytelling in the realm of video games, offering players a richly detailed narrative set in a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a fungal infection. The game introduces players to Joel, a hardened survivor haunted by past traumas, and Ellie, a spirited teenager immune to the infection. As players embark on their journey across the decaying landscape of a world on the brink of collapse, they are thrust into a harrowing tale of survival, resilience, and the bonds that connect us. The game begins 20 years after the outbreak of the cordyceps fungus, a parasitic organism that infects and transforms its hosts into aggressive creatures known as infected. Society has crumbled under the weight of the pandemic, with survivors scattered across desolate landscapes overrun by nature and lawlessness. Joel ekes out a meager existence in the quarantine zones, navigating the dangerous underworld of scavengers, bandits, and infected horrors that lurk in the shadows. Everything changes when Joel is tasked with escorting Ellie, a 14-year-old girl who may hold the key to humanity's survival, across the country to a group of rebel insurgents known as the Fireflies. Ellie, immune to the infection, represents humanity's last hope for a vaccine to combat the fungal plague that has decimated civilization. As Joel and Ellie traverse the treacherous landscape, they encounter a myriad of challenges, from hordes of infected to hostile survivors, testing their resolve and forging an unlikely bond amidst the chaos. The Last of Us Part 1 is not merely a tale of survival against impossible odds, it is a deeply human story that explores themes of loss, redemption, and the enduring resilience of the human spirit. Through its gripping narrative and immersive gameplay, the game invites players to embark on an emotional journey into the heart of darkness, where hope flickers amidst the shadows of despair. In this video, we will delve into the neurological dimensions of The Last of Us Part 1, examining how the game portrays the intricate workings of the human brain and offering insights into the neuroscience behind survival in a post-apocalyptic world.
At the heart of The Last of Us Part 1 lies the constant threat of infected creatures and hostile survivors. As players navigate perilous environments, they are thrust into a world where fear is a constant companion and danger lurks around every corner. The amygdala, a fundamental structure in the brain's limbic system, is crucial in processing fear and threat detection. Situated deep within the temporal lobes, the amygdala evaluates incoming sensory information for potential threats and orchestrates appropriate emotional and behavioral responses. When confronted with danger, the amygdala becomes highly active, sending signals to other brain regions, such as the hypothalamus and brainstem, to initiate the fight-or-flight response. This neural mechanism is essential for survival in a hostile world, enabling characters like Joel and Ellie to react swiftly and effectively to impending threats. Moreover, the game's immersive atmosphere and realistic sound design serve to amplify the activation of the amygdala, heightening players' sense of fear and tension as they navigate through treacherous environments. In addition to triggering immediate defensive responses, the amygdala plays a crucial role in fear conditioning and memory formation. Through associative learning processes, the amygdala can form strong connections between neutral stimuli and aversive events, developing conditioned fear responses. In The Last of Us Part 1, players often encounter situations where environmental cues trigger memories of past traumatic events, leading to heightened fear and anxiety. This dynamic portrayal of fear conditioning reflects the complex interplay between neural circuits involved in fear processing and learning, underscoring the game's commitment to realism and immersion. Moreover, the game's portrayal of fear extends beyond mere survival instincts, delving into the psychological toll of living in a world of fear and uncertainty. Chronic exposure to danger can lead to hyperactivation of the amygdala, contributing to symptoms of anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. As players witness the characters' struggles to cope with the constant threat of danger, they gain insight into the long-term consequences of chronic stress on the brain and behavior. By immersing players in the characters' experiences, The Last of Us Part 1 offers a visceral understanding of the neurological processes underlying fear and threat detection, fostering empathy and appreciation for the challenges of survival in a hostile world.
Central to the storyline of The Last of Us Part 1 is the bond that forms between Joel and Ellie as they embark on a perilous journey across the ravaged landscape. This emotional connection elicits a complex interplay of neurochemical processes in the brain, particularly the release of neurotransmitters such as dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. Dopamine, often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter, plays a crucial role in reward processing and motivation. In the game, moments of triumph, cooperation, and achievement between Joel and Ellie lead to dopamine release in the brain. For example, successfully overcoming obstacles together, sharing resources, or protecting each other from danger can trigger dopamine release, reinforcing players' emotional investment in the characters' relationship. This neurochemical reward system strengthens the emotional bond between Joel and Ellie, motivating players to continue engaging with their journey and fostering a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Moreover, oxytocin, commonly known as the bonding hormone, plays a central role in social bonding and attachment. Oxytocin is released during intimate moments, acts of kindness, and displays of affection between individuals. In The Last of Us Part 1, players witness numerous instances where Joel and Ellie share heartfelt conversations, support each other during difficult times, and express care and concern for one another. These interactions elicit oxytocin release in the brain, fostering feelings of trust, empathy, and emotional closeness between the characters. By simulating the release of oxytocin during these moments, the game strengthens the emotional bond between Joel and Ellie, deepening the player's connection to the characters and their journey. Furthermore, serotonin, another neurotransmitter implicated in mood regulation and social behavior, also plays a role in emotional bonding. Serotonin levels have been linked to happiness, well-being, and social connection. In The Last of Us Part 1, moments of shared laughter, camaraderie, and companionship between Joel and Ellie can release serotonin in the brain, enhancing players' feelings of attachment and camaraderie with the characters. By depicting these moments of shared joy and camaraderie, the game fosters a sense of emotional investment and connection with the characters, enriching the player experience and immersing them in the world of Joel and Ellie. In summary of this part, The Last of Us Part 1 offers a nuanced portrayal of the neurochemical basis of emotional bonding, depicting how neurotransmitters such as dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin contribute to the formation and strengthening of the emotional bond between Joel and Ellie. Through its portrayal of heartfelt interactions, shared experiences, and moments of connection between the characters, the game fosters empathy, emotional investment, and a sense of camaraderie with the protagonists, enhancing the player experience and enriching the narrative journey. Throughout their harrowing journey, Joel and Ellie encounter a myriad of obstacles that demand intricate decision-making and strategic planning. These challenges not only test their physical prowess but also engage their cognitive faculties, providing players with a nuanced understanding of the neurocognitive processes underlying survival in a post-apocalyptic world. The prefrontal cortex, a region of the brain associated with executive functions such as decision-making, planning, and problem-solving, is prominently featured in The Last of Us Part 1. As players navigate through the game's dynamic environments, their prefrontal cortices are constantly engaged, facilitating the evaluation of risks and rewards, anticipation of future outcomes, and formulation of effective strategies. One of the most striking aspects of the game's narrative is its portrayal of moral dilemmas and ethical choices. Players are frequently presented with situations where they must make difficult decisions that have far-reaching consequences for both Joel and Ellie and the characters they encounter along their journey. These decisions are not merely binary choices between right and wrong but often require players to weigh conflicting values and priorities, reflecting the complexity of real-life ethical decision-making. For example, in one memorable sequence, Joel must decide whether to save Ellie, a young girl who may hold the key to humanity's salvation, or prioritize his own survival and abandon her to her fate. This decision forces players to grapple with profound questions about sacrifice, morality, and the value of human life, engaging their prefrontal cortices in a process of moral reasoning and deliberation. Moreover, the game's dynamic AI system and emergent gameplay mechanics further challenge players' cognitive flexibility and adaptive problem-solving skills. Encounters with enemies are rarely scripted, allowing for unpredictable outcomes and requiring players to think on their feet and adjust their strategies in real time. Whether navigating through stealth sections, engaging in intense combat encounters, or solving environmental puzzles, players must rely on their cognitive abilities to navigate through the challenges presented to them. Furthermore, the game's narrative structure and nonlinear storytelling enhance the cognitive demands placed on players. Flashbacks, dream sequences, and fragmented memories are woven seamlessly into the gameplay experience, challenging players to piece together the fragmented narrative and make connections between past events and present circumstances. This nonlinearity adds an additional layer of complexity to the decision-making process, as players must consider the implications of their actions in light of the broader context of the story. In sum, The Last of Us Part 1 offers a rich and multifaceted portrayal of the neurocognitive challenges inherent in survival in a post-apocalyptic world. By engaging players in complex decision-making scenarios and presenting them with moral dilemmas that reflect the intricacies of real-life ethical decision-making, the game provides a compelling exploration of the cognitive processes underlying human behavior in extreme circumstances. Through its dynamic gameplay mechanics and immersive storytelling, The Last of Us Part 1 offers players a profound insight into the complexities of the human mind and the challenges of navigating a world on the brink of collapse. The Last of Us Part 1 vividly depicts a world plagued by loss, grief, and trauma. Joel carries the weight of past traumas, including the loss of his daughter Sarah, which haunts him throughout the game. Ellie, as well, bears the scars of her own traumatic experiences, having grown up in a world where death and despair are constant companions. As players navigate through the characters' journeys, they witness firsthand the neurological effects of prolonged exposure to trauma. Chronic stress and trauma can profoundly affect the brain, particularly structures involved in emotional regulation and stress response. The amygdala, which processes fear and emotional stimuli, may become hyperactive, leading to heightened anxiety and hypervigilance. Moreover, the hippocampus, essential for memory formation and emotional processing, may undergo structural changes in response to chronic stress, leading to memory consolidation and emotional regulation deficits. In The Last of Us Part 1, characters exhibit symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, including intrusive memories and avoidance behaviors. Joel, in particular, struggles to confront his past traumas, leading to emotional numbness and detachment from others. Ellie also grapples with the weight of her traumatic experiences, as evidenced by her occasional outbursts of anger and aggression. Despite their overwhelming challenges, characters in The Last of Us Part 1 demonstrate remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. Throughout the game, Joel and Ellie employ various coping mechanisms to navigate through difficult situations and cope with their past traumas. Social support plays a crucial role in coping with trauma, as evidenced by the bond that forms between Joel and Ellie. The companionship and emotional support they provide each other serve as a buffer against the harsh realities of their world, fostering feelings of connection and belonging. Additionally, characters in the game exhibit adaptive coping strategies such as problem-solving, seeking social support, and engaging in meaningful activities. Joel, for example, channels his grief and anger into protecting Ellie and ensuring her safety, providing him with a sense of purpose and agency in a world devoid of hope. Furthermore, the game highlights the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Despite the overwhelming odds stacked against them, characters in The Last of Us Part 1 demonstrate an unwavering determination to survive and persevere. Their resilience is a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome even the most daunting challenges. In summary of this part, the portrayal of trauma and coping mechanisms offers a nuanced exploration of the neurological effects of prolonged stress and emotional hardship. By immersing players in the characters' experiences, the game provides a visceral understanding of the profound impact of trauma on the brain and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Through its compelling narrative and immersive gameplay, The Last of Us Part 1 sheds light on the intricate interplay between neuroscience and storytelling, offering players a profound insight into the complexities of the human experience. The Last of Us Part 1 stands as a seminal work in the realm of video games, offering players a compelling narrative that delves deep into the human condition. Through its intricate storytelling and immersive gameplay, the game provides a unique opportunity to explore the neurological dimensions of survival, resilience, and human emotion. From the amygdala's role in fear processing to the neurochemical basis of emotional bonding and the cognitive demands of decision-making, The Last of Us Part 1 offers a comprehensive exploration of the neurological processes underlying the characters' experiences. By immersing players in a richly detailed world and challenging them to navigate through perilous environments, the game fosters empathy and understanding for the challenges of survival in a post-apocalyptic world. In doing so, The Last of Us Part 1 not only entertains but also educates, offering a profound insight into the intricate workings of the human brain and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Moreover, The Last of Us Part 1 raises thought-provoking questions about the ethical implications of survival in a world where the lines between right and wrong are blurred. The game's portrayal of moral dilemmas and ethical choices challenges players to confront their own values and beliefs, prompting introspection and critical reflection. By presenting complex moral quandaries, The Last of Us Part 1 encourages players to consider the consequences of their actions and the impact they have on others, fostering empathy and moral development. Furthermore, the game's depiction of trauma and resilience offers a poignant portrayal of the human capacity to overcome adversity and find hope amidst despair. Through the characters of Joel and Ellie, players witness the enduring power of the human spirit to persevere in the face of unimaginable hardship. The Last of Us Part 1 reminds us that while trauma may leave scars, it also has the potential to foster strength, resilience, and personal growth. In conclusion, The Last of Us Part 1 is more than just a video game. It is a profound exploration of the human experience in all its complexity. By combining masterful storytelling with insights from neuroscience, the game offers players a transformative journey into the depths of the human psyche. Through its portrayal of fear, emotional bonding, decision-making, trauma, and resilience, The Last of Us Part 1 challenges players to confront their own humanity and emerge with a deeper understanding of what it means to survive and thrive in a world filled with both darkness and light. As gaming neuroscientists, we hope this exploration has given you a deeper understanding of the neurological dimensions of this groundbreaking game. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the neurological depths of survival, and we look forward to continuing to explore the intersection of neuroscience and gaming in future discussions. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more content from gaming neuroscientists. Until next time, keep gaming and exploring the fascinating world of the human brain.